cutting of small trees for domestic use is still rampant in the area. And though it is greatly decreased, this is a substitution by cooking gases. Many of the families are depending on these firewood still, and it's a blow to the local environment, the hills surrounding the valley. This was a small river, and the volume of the river is greatly diminished due to the drying of the spring head. It's nominal now. Only the river is fury. This stream is fury during the monsoon season. With a lot of erosion. This watershed locally it is named as Korfu, and it's a tributary of this spring head. It goes to Haro River Basin, Haro River system. This tree is called Sahi, and this tree is living together with the people for a long time. We are trying to raise up to the top of this spring, and we will see how the situation is there, if there will be any water there or not. Here the area I am standing is one of the gorges, Korfu Lok it was originally called, and it was completely dried some 1 decade ago, and due to the effort of the people, not much effort, just they are restricting cutting of trees from this hillside. And when they have conserved a little portion of this area, this hillside, this spring automatically comes up, and a small water body is seen over here. It rather is stagnant, and it is needed to be drained out. In the flooding time also it is flowing. So what I would like to say is that restoration of spring can be done with the help of the people, their cooperation, their understanding and responsibility. See, these hills, these are all, to some extent it is conserved, and these hills, and 2 or 3 decades ago, the surface of the hills, the coverage is all red with red soils, and it was deforested completely, and it has been restored to some extent. Now we have almost reached the upper region of this gorge, and it is very deep indeed, very deep. It's around 15 to 20 meters, of course, 15 meters let's say, and there is no water, see, there is no water. But during the monsoon time, water flows here. Generally, there were, according to the version of the local people, it was flowing, water was flowing in this gorge throughout the season earlier. Now it's not flowing. It was a case of drying of spring heads, and we can regain water flow here in this area only when the forest in the upper region is well conserved. And regarding this, the plantation of pine trees is also being questioned nowadays, and as the forest department is substituting plantation of these pine trees with endemic plants like oak, etc., and locally some other plants locally known as Paringba and Paringba Nakopi, Napakpi, like it. These are all pine plantation by forest department earlier. It is one of the drying spring head also, and the water used to flow here some 40 years back, 40 to 45 years back, and regular seasonal flow of water here, and it's completely dried. Spring head, and the forest is developed to a great extent, but still it is not reaching up that pristine state and water is not flowing here. Originally water used to flow here permanently. And if we continue to conserve the forest in this manner, we may expect springs later on. And if we keep this condition undisturbed for another decade, we may expect small brooks, spring flowing in this area. This is the typical approach to the hill villages in Manipur. And see, some 50 years back, the hills are lush green, and nowadays there are frequent landslides here in this area, and a lot of soil erosion and the shallowing of the riverbed. These are the scenario in the present time. Kari ko biba. Tado ko kunji ano ba sida hong tharak ne bako. Ado sida hong tharak pagi maram ji kari gino tado ko na. Laiba nungai tabaji kari maram na nungai te ising phangak tabagira uwa koksilak bagira mana masing phangak tabagira kari maram gino.
Ji wa ba. Ji ji chang ba. Ngam ka bi na.
Hoi.
Ado ya sida si hong de le se na tabunda ki.
Oh. Ada sing mathak ta lairaga marang kaina mana masing okpa dagi lokpa jungle uga wa kana toroga lairamba punsi mawong dudi hongrabra ada laitraba laiba pangdaba uwa chawba laigidre adagi sanga phaba khotpa chu yam nan thagre mana masing chu phangdre adudi karbar business masam sa tawraga sida somehow mayam le hingba ngamna bhona bane bako adi ingba de sida laibne henbra ada laibne henbra ingba sabat
lamju thamani ko
hoi
ji nungai ye
oh ada ising de sida de ising ki problem de ada de ising problem lai re bako sida na ising di khar phare ko oh oh kilometer kya muk sange ising ge sila isiti oh kilometer ahum muk oigedra So drying of springs prompt them to get alternative source of water, and bringing this water from very high areas in black pipes about 4 kilometers from here, and they are used to collect from these sources, and it is also not enough for utilization of the village. Still they are sharing it. Nakoi hana pura smaina pipe to torok puse sahi kya sure pipe to parak puse 2 year ko noi adagi lakpane ba ko ado sigi mamang di ising khong dagi som ba chu noi khanghau pura na khoi matam da ising khong dagi ising chokpa khotpa matam kyam sang na chalame na khoi matam da ising chokpa da dudi khoi di ching da lai mun na tum a lok ke chale ko matam khar sange ba ko sina khitang comfortable di oye ba ko ado lok ta yam sang na noi gi matam da sang na kumtha ba khundagi khar labna chatpa ga so dum yok bra summer time da ojikti lok ti anak pada di laitre ba si asigi if pipe is broken okay noi problem laire ko anak pada nearby there is no nearby spring the laitre nearby da nang educated over nang the class kya tame 12 plus so there is no is there any spring nearby to the village No, spring gumba labor but nearby. No, no spring. It's dried up. Na kange ko. Okay. You have to depend. Asida depend tau tare. Natra. Asi phang da kan noi valley de salagi sing laibra lai da bra kamai tawi.
Tum up lok de sa lo tum
Ah lok ta lap na salaga ko. Turen da ko streams.
Hana dia mathak kun da lai bini na ko.
Ah.
Sumana payap se keno jing dia ko jing da ba.
Ah.
No mathak kun da lai ba anda di isi turen chen ba do.
Ah.
Asi phau chen le ba. Du turen du da dum chok.
Oh, khara dum wa ba po ne ha ba ko.
ayu ki pung tar phau na pung re hat si makha
6 a.m. ko. 6 a.m. till 7:30. Evening di. Yeah. They are saying that before this pipe they used to go long distances in the morning 6 a.m. up to 7:30 for collection of water, and during the evening time also they used to collect water like that. But this pipe line is also a big help for them, but still it is not sufficient for them, and their liability is there. If the pipe is broken, the pipe is very long and it is about 4 kilometers. If the pipe is broken, they have to suffer the problem of water again. These are the problems being suffered by the people due to this deforestation and the drying of spring heads. And otherwise, they could have lit a very nice and comfortable. Yaro. Ecotourism prospect is huge in Manipur, and if we can develop ecotourism to a great extent, the rural people can be enhanced to a great degree, and their exploitation of natural resources for their livelihood can be substituted. Now we are trying to get water quality of this constructed wetland, and we'll see the conductivity, pH, DDS, etc. and some other parameters will be there. Thank you. This wetland was constructed in 2011, and still the water is slightly muddy. It is the ecological characteristic of this wetland is still to be come up, and it is hoped that it will come up very soon. And we can see, but some pieces are there. Some big pieces are there. People are using to rear pieces also. This is an area developed by the local people. It's a shrine of local deities. And the positive point for conserving such shrine is that people are afraid to enter here. And people are not cutting trees here. And this shrine is newly developed. Like that, we can develop green crops in Manipur, which is related with culture and religion. And if we can do as much as this, then greeneries in the peripheries of the villages. And this tree is also locally known as Usoi. It is a very famous tree, and people used to use the timber of this pillar of this tree in construction of the house as the king pillar of the house, and it is locally known as Usoi. And see, these endemic plants, they have got close association. This type of plant, they grow together only with the endemic trees. They do not grow with the pine trees, but only with the endemic trees. Now, there is close association of these endemic plants, and we have to restore this for the goodness of the people, and for ecological services and for the ecosystem as a whole. This is just below the reserve forest line, and an individual is taking care of this. Earlier they were planting vegetables in this area after plowing, and he got no benefits. And then some 2 or 3 decades back, and he started planting of these trees, indigenous plants. It's all mixed up, fine trees and bamboos, and he's getting a lot of income from here. And every year huge income flow from bamboos, and around 5 or 6 species of bamboos are growing here, and for selling the say ground up trees, etc. And he is getting much income from it. So it is good for the from climate point of view, climate change point of view, adaptation, etc. And from environmental economics point of view also. And some indigenous trees are growing big here. Some Parengba Nakupi, Napaki locally it is called here. Over there, that Parengba is there growing. And in this Parengba tree, it is if these trees are growing, the state birds are also coming here. It is reported that state bird came here. This is Parengba tree, very famous tree in Manipur for construction of houses, and is about 30 years old. The people staying here, I would like to say lucky people. No, of course, no worry for climate change impact. They will adapt nicely. It is a nice adaptation, and they used to stay live like this with nature, and they will continue to live like this.